posted this over on X. This dealer can't sell a new 2023 Ford F-150. They've had it for almost 500 days because back during those COVID times, they added $50,000 in accessories. The car market is finally healing. We've got a 2023 Ford F-150 Lariat four-wheel drive. All right, looks like it's nice and lifted up.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a peek. The MSRP is $125,995. Shocker, it actually isn't, but once you add all the accessories, it is. The dealer discount tab. I mean, this is a screaming deal. $28,995 discount. I mean, we got to jump all over that. You do a little bit of digging. The original MSRP on this vehicle was $75,095. Okay.
Wow.
$75,095. And back during the pandemic, when there were a shortage of vehicles, this dealer marked it all the way up to $125,995 because they added a boatload of accessories. I put it into the CarEdge machine, and there you go, Dad. 492 days they've had this vehicle sitting on their lot. That is not a good experience.
It is not, and the possibility exists, even with that $28,000 discount, that it could be sitting there another 492 days. I remember times when I would load up vehicles, and you have to be prepared when you start adding stuff to vehicles.
And load up, you mean add accessories?
Oh, add accessories, put big ass tires and wheels on them. Just get crazy. And you have to realize when you do some of that stuff that you might only be appealing to one or two people in your market area. And if you can't catch them when they're ready to do something, you could be sitting on that vehicle for like ever. And you need to be prepared.
How long are you sitting on the vehicle?
Like forever or for like ever. And so you need to be prepared to, if you've done a few vehicles like this and you've sold them rather quickly, and then there's like one that sits around, you just need to be prepared to take that loss on that one and count your blessings that you made the money on the others. I always used to try to guess what it is the customers would like. I didn't always guess right.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect example with this truck. 492 days, coming up on its second birthday, for goodness sake.
Well,
and
it's going to take a while to get to its second birthday, but still
well on its way, and discounted nearly 30 grand, and still way overpriced relative to. I mean, it's still being. They're still expecting to get way more than its original MSRP, which I understand their position on it. They probably put, I don't know, if they marked it up 50 grand, they probably put 20 grand, 25 grand of accessories into it. So like there's a lot on it, but there's no buy.
It's just, I don't know. I've always said it. Anytime you do something to a vehicle, it's a crapshoot. Your hope is that what you did, people are going to find, oh my goodness, I have to have that. Or in this particular case, people look at it and go, I'll pass. And legitimately now, it's a 2-year-old truck, whether you want to admit it or not. Even though it's only sat on your lot for a year and a half, it is a 2-year-old truck for whoever's buying it. Now, what's the normal 2-year depreciation on that truck? And my guess is that if it was really a $125,000 truck, it's going to be more than 28 grand. It's just a guess.
Come on, man. We have the data. Let's look here. Value rating on a Ford F-150 is a C-.
Yeah, but it is America's #1 selling pickup truck.
Cost to own, and I'm going to click on depreciation. Drum roll, please. Here's our depreciation chart for a Ford F-150. In the first year, you're losing almost 22%. Yeah, over 20%. In your first 2 years, you're losing 25% of the value of your Ford F-150.
Okay, so that was a $75,000 truck. So It's down to what's 25% of that?
Here, let's put it
10%,
in here, Dad.
7%.
Let's put it in
Huh?
here. Let's just use the calculator.
Okay, cool.
Let's say it's brand new
Yeah.
at $75,000, and we're going to own it for 2 years, and we'll put the lowest mileage our calculator lets us put on. You've got this thing losing $16,361 in value.
Okay. So
So the resale value is actually $58,639. And again, this dealership has had this vehicle for 492 days. Its original MSRP was that $75,000. They are listing it for sale at $97,000 because that's a huge discount off of $126,000 they were asking for. So there you go.
did they give a breakdown of what it is that they added to the vehicle?
I'm sure it's on the website. I did not include
Yeah.
that in this screenshot.
I'm just and my guess is if the ads were about $50,000, that their cost in that was probably somewhere around 25,000.
Yeah, 25 would be my guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and they're offering 29,000 off. So they're giving you a $4,000 discount. That's not enough. It's not enough.
Toyota, man. Come on, Toyota. Toyota recalls 106,000 Tacoma pickups in the United States over brake fluid leak. Now, when we talk about recalls, a lot of them can be fixed over the air with software. Unfortunately, Dad, Toyota's on a little bit of a run here with recalls that cannot be fixed over the air. What is going on over at Toyota?
Well, it just seems as if that the brake fluid leaks, and well, lo and behold, when there isn't as much brake fluid in the lines as they're supposed to be, they don't stop as well. They don't stop nearly as well. Sometimes they don't stop until they hit the vehicle in front of them. Okay, it is so. It's to me, it's kind of, well, it's just brake fluid. Yeah, we'll drive very, very slowly to your Toyota dealer and ask them to fix it. Because if you need an emergency stop, well, you might end up needing emergency surgery because it didn't stop during that emergency.
Yeah, not a good look over at Toyota. Toyota has 3 recalls so far this year, Dad. They have another one, which is a driver's airbag may not deploy. This was at the end of January there, and then a fuel pump issue as well. But those are only impacting a few hundred to a few thousand vehicles. What we've got going on here with the most recent recall on these Tacomas is 106,000 of them. And these, what's interesting here, Dad, is these are impacting 2024 and 2025 model year vehicles. So these are brand new vehicles that are having these issues. It kind of continues, even for a brand like Toyota, kind of continues to demonstrate that more recent vehicles maybe have more issues, which is really a bummer.
Yes, it's not necessarily the older vehicles that there's issues in. It's the brand new vehicles that they're finding issues in, and part of it can be perhaps the cheapness of some of the parts that they're utilizing. Parts of it might be kinks in the manufacturing of them. Who knows? But it's impacting more and more manufacturers almost on a daily basis.